Hey, do you know what's in cosmetics?
Of course not.
Common microplastics in cosmetics include polyethylene, polypropylene, polybutene, and polyamide. We learn about the ingredients by checking the ingredients list of cosmetics outer packaging.
How do you know it?
If you use the Beat the Microbe ad, you can even tell if it contains any microplastics.
Oh no! There are so many microplastics in cosmetics. I don't want to be a microplastic girl.
What's worse, according to studies, microplastics may possibly cause health problems.
Oh no! Microplastics are so scary. We should avoid using cosmetics which contain lots of microplastics. Good afternoon, everyone. It's our honor to share our research to you. We are 3 students come from Taipei Mainland High School, and I'm Xinyu Wang.
I'm Yuren You.
Today we are going to talk about the relationship between microplastic and cosmetics. As you know, we are 3 juniors from Mainland High School, and we have many friends who love to make up for beauty. Sometimes students buy drugstore brands because they are cheap and have many choices. You can see these pictures. There are lots of cosmetics brands and have a lot of choices for you. But did you know that cosmetics may contain lots of microplastics, or will they harm our body? If you want to know more about this, we will tell you the answer through the following presentation. We chose 2 types of cosmetics for the experiment to observe the content of microplastics. First, we chose lipsticks or lip balms because when we apply to the lips, it is even more likely to be ingested. Second, we choose blushes because when we use it, the powder disperses into the air and can be inhaled into the respiratory system. Let's talk about what are microplastics and where do they come from. First, microplastics are tiny plastic particles less than 5 millimeters in size. You can see these pictures. 5 millimeters is half of a centimeter. Second, they originate from a variety of sources including cosmetics. Third, they pose potential risks to wildlife and human health.
We check the microplastics are harmful to the human body by using the research conducted by UNEP, TAUW, and ECHA. We consider these reports to be the best substantiated overview currently available. The following are microplastics commonly found in cosmetics. Common microplastics in cosmetics include polyethylene, polypropylene, polybutene, and polyamide. While these microplastics enhance texture and exfoliation, their environmental impact has led many countries to consider bans or restrictions. Next page. The first microplastics I'm going to introduce is polyethylene. Polyethylene functions are thickening agent and film-forming agent. Thickening agent is for making things thicker and keeping things together. Film-forming agent is for making a protective layer and helping things stick together. This is the structure of polyethylene. Its shape is thin, transparent triangle. Next page. Next, I'm going to introduce polypropylene. Its functions are just the same as polyethylene. This is the structure of polypropylene. Its shape is lumpy green slime. Next page. Then I'm going to introduce polybutene. Its functions are adhesive property and emollient. Adhesive property is for mechanical interlocking and chemical bonds. Emollient is for softening the skin and helping with healing. This is the structure of polybutene. Its shape is stringy crystalline fiber. Next page. The last microplastic I am going to introduce is polyamide. Polyamide functions are texturizer and film forming agent. Texturizer is for loosening curls and smoothing hair. Film forming agent is for making a protective layer and helping things stick together. This is the structure of polyamide. Its shape is thin strings. Next page. Microplastics can absorb harmful chemicals from their environment, including heavy metals and the things that will disrupt hormone. When eating or breathing, these contaminants can leach into the body, posing additional health risks. Microplastic can affect our body just like a virus. This effect is similar to many diseases, including diabetes and heart problems. In fact, when we look at the chart, we can see microplastics are in almost all organs, including the blood, spleen, liver, and lungs. Over time, microplastics may accumulate in human tissues, potentially leading to long-term health effects that are not yet fully understood. Next page. Now I'm going to introduce our research methods. First, we read the article and discover that cosmetics contain microplastics. Second, we collect lipsticks, blushes, and lip balms from various brands. Third, we use beat the microbead and scan the ingredients of your cosmetics to confirm whether the cosmetics contain microplastics. Fourth, we place the cosmetic image on a glass slide and observe using a compound microscope. Observe from low magnification to high magnification. Fifth, we record and photograph experimental results. Sixth, we organize all the data we have and then analyze them. Next page. Then I'm going to introduce the app designer, Plastic Soup Foundation. Their main job is to stop plastic from getting into the oceans, where it can hurt animals and plants. They also help people learn about how bad the plastic can be for our health and environment. They work with companies and governments to create rules that reduce plastic use, like banning tiny plastic beads in cosmetics. Next page. This is the video that how to use the beat the microbead. This is how you can use the app Beat the Microbead to check products for microplastics. First, just open the app on your smartphone. Press the button to scan for microplastics. Then scan your product by taking a picture of its ingredients. The app will search for microplastics. There are microplastics here. The app will tell us what kind of microplastics are in this product. Now, we can know which ingredients might be dangerous.
Here are the pictures we used acetone to dissolve the pigment because the lipsticks are so red that we couldn't observe them very well. Next page. Now we're going to talk about our research data. In the PowerPoint, we can see three pictures. The first shows us what our products look like, and the second picture shows what it looks like on the carrier things. The last picture shows what the sample looks like under the microscope. For each product, we do the three samples. In the chart, we can see our data. We count each sample and get the average. As you can see on the chart, it has 4 polypropylene microplastics and 1 polyamide microplastics. Next page. We can see 3 pictures on this page too. First is a product, second is the carrier things, and third is this sample under the microscope. The third picture we can see now is the lipstick.
that hasn't dissolved pigment yet. We can see this become more clear. After we count all the data of this lipstick, we get the average. It has 8 polybutene plastics inside. Next page. On this page, we can see it's so rare that we couldn't see the plastic inside. And we also count microplastic and got it to have about 400 dimethyl plastics and 5 polyethylene plastics inside. Next page. We scanned this lamp bulb by the app and found it didn't have any microplastic on people's body. Surprising, we didn't see any plastic when we looked through the microscope. Next page. In this chart, we can find that it doesn't have much plastic inside, only has one synthetic wax inside and hasn't any microcrystalline wax. Next page. In the third picture, we can find it has a lot of microplastic, but because we couldn't find any samples, so we couldn't compare the appearance of these cosmetic microplastic ingredients. Next page. We can see the sample under microscope is really colorful and bright, which we think has more plastic. In the chart, we guess it has 168 plastic inside. It has the most microplastic we have observed. Because we didn't find the ingredients of this blush, so we can't compare the microplastic it contains. Next page. And we can also see this blush has many plastic inside too. It has 96 violin trimethicone plastics on average. Next page. Here are our hypotheses. First, the brighter the cosmetic is, the more microplastic it contains. Second, blushes contain more microplastics than lipsticks and lip balms. Next page. Conclusion. Microplastics are not as big as plastic bags and are not so easy to see, so the harm to the environment is easily overlooked. Especially the microplastics in cosmetics are very small and cannot be intercepted by ordinary filtration systems. They will flow into rivers through the wash process and eventually enter the ocean, where the harm may be even greater. Next page. Here are our suggestions. The more we know, the better decisions we can make. We can choose what to buy based on our own judgment, not just because of advertisements from cosmetic companies. Next page. And here are our references. Next page. We discovered that blushes had the most microplastic in it. Overall, our hypothesis was that brighter and shinier cosmetics would have more microplastics. It was right. It has glitter inside and even visible to naked eye. So you can see many cosmetics have microplastics. As we said, these are bad for you and for the environment. And what can you do for it? Plastic soup is already help us to make an app distinguish if the cosmetics have microplastic that harm our body or not. If we work together, we can protect the earth and our beautiful faces. And this is the whole report of our research. Thanks for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Su Nye. During the summer vacation, I first participated in a camp about water quality testing. I chose the thing of observing plastic particles. After camp, I found it very interesting, and teacher also thought we did a good job. So, after school started, I asked friends to do it with me. Regarding the research on plastic particles contents in cosmetics, we inevitably encountered some difficulties during the production process. We sought the help of teachers and finally successfully presented our results. In the process, I not only learned to communication with teachers and peers skills, better understanding of the academic knowledge about this research. I think this is a very valuable experience. We spent time and effort on this research and participated in an international online report for the first time because this report is closely related. My relationship with classmates has become closer, and my spoken English has also improved. I'm very happy to have this opportunity to do this research. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Xinyu Wang. I'm very happy to participate in this special research. Although we encounter many difficulties during the process, for example, the pigment of the lipstick was too red, and it was difficult to see the microplastic clearly. So we used acetone to separate the pigment and let the plastic could be clearly seen. Our school also invited English teachers to give us adjustment and suggestions on English grammar and content modification. Even though the process was complicated and arduous, I was still very glad that I participated in this activity, which benefited me a lot.
Of my classmates and I discovered this international exchange activity at school. I think this activity is very interesting and it can improve my various abilities through international exchanges, including teamwork and English skills. In the process of preparing for international exchanges, we encountered many problems. For example, the experimental data was very different from what we expected, which made us a little frustrated. Then we had to keep doing experiments again, and we couldn't pronounce many words when making a presentation. Although there are many difficulties, I am very grateful to my classmates and teachers for their great help. We have achieved such perfect results today.